Hey Gemini, welcome to your first reading for December. I hope this finds you well, bringing you a general reading for the collective of Gemini Sun and Rising. Best advice, just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. If you're here as a Gemini Sun sign and it doesn't speak to you at all, you may want to check out the reading that aligns with your rising sign or be a cross watcher. There it is. I just brushed my hair. And check out the Sun or Rising readings for your divine counterpart. Also, just a reminder, the playlists. If you go to the channel page, you will see the tab for the playlists. Most of my readings are not date or time specific. They're timeless in the sense that we're all on different timelines. So even though I'm plugging into a dominant energy today, it may not be true for you for 6 months from now. So if you trip through the playlists, which are separated by element, categorized by element, month, and year, so you can find the whole thing for air signs, Gemini, and there's like over 100 videos there, or you can go into each different month and year, one for November, October, September of 2020, all the way back to when I started the channel, and just scroll through the titles, and if anything speaks to you, it may be your message. So I invite you to do that. That's why I created the playlists. Ooh, I use other tarot readers' playlists to sort of confirm things that maybe happened 6 months ago. So sometimes I'll do like a little reverse engineering of things that are occurring now to see if the messages were there 6 months ago, 3 months ago. It's amazing how aligned it can be. So just FYI, it's coming from a tarot reader. Okay, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope if you enjoyed the reading, you'll consider joining us here by subscribing. And for those of you who are returning, all my love to you. I hope you made it through that full moon in your sign and the eclipse gently, with ease and grace. I'm pulling 2 cards, one for Divine Masculine, one for Divine Feminine. Remember, Gemini, find yourself on one side of the spread, and whatever side really resonates with your experience and your connection, the other side represents your divine counterpart. You can reverse the energies. Just because I say this is masculine doesn't mean it has to be. And it also works that way for cross-watchers. Okay, masculine gets ant spirit. Time to collaborate. Card number 1. Starting at the ground up, right? Ground level. Time to collaborate. Everyone needs help. Feminine gets card 41, Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. Love is all around. Oh, that feels good. Especially during the holidays. Sometimes we forget. Love is all around. I hope you know that you can come into this community at any time during the holidays and share your thoughts and feelings. I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere or seeing anyone or doing anything, so I will pop in frequently. Okay, this is one card for the Geminis watching from Energy Oracle. Let's see what energy is guiding you now, or something you may need to pay attention to or focus on. Let's see, for our Geminis watching. Rest and rejuvenation. I really like this. I'm feeling lots of community here in this. I know rest and rejuvenation is about pulling back, and it's card 19. 1 and 9 is 10. So I'm feeling some completion here, like you've been through a big push. What was your last reading, Gemini? Weren't you the cleanup on aisle 5 people? I feel like you were cleanup on aisle 5. There was a saboteur. There was something going on that was kind of really toxic and weird and crazy. The overall energy between the two of you was pretty good, though. So maybe it's time to take a breath, take a beat, rest and rejuvenate. And I'm feeling this collective, love is all around, and time to collaborate energy feels like you're really coming into community, which would provide an opportunity for rest and rejuvenation, right? Kind of lean on each other. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, let's see what's going on. I am using a new deck, compliments of those who have made little contributions, little donations to the channel. So this is, I started using it last month for Leo on. So I'm kind of catching up with the rest of the signs. It is the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. So thank you. Those little teeny tiny donations add up. They are greatly appreciated. And this is, I want to put it back into the community so that those folks know they're paying it forward. Okay. All right. Beautiful deck. Still getting used to it. Wow. Yes. Oh my God. Gemini. Oh. So look at you. 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. Right off the bat. Y'all are stepping into, yes. I mean, that 10 energy is here. The rest and rejuvenation. Things are finally falling into place. I feel some real positive energy here, so I'm just going to go with that. This feminine showing up in the 2 of Cups energy, connected to soulmate. It's all about the love. Masculine, yes, I'm on solid, stable ground. Wow. Abundance, life partnership. Groundedness. Stability. Star. Wow, wow, wow. Hermit. Oh, I'll show you the cards in a minute. Don't worry. 2 of Pentacles in the future. Okay, so some last minute wrangling possibly. Feminine. Emperor. Oh my gosh. 2 of Swords right now. So I like the 2s. And then the 9 of Cups. Nice. Little Page of Cups on the bottom. All right, so what I see here is in the past for this Divine Masculine, the energy I'm referring to as Divine Masculine, star energy is, part of it's about healing, especially if this reading is connected to your last reading. There's an energy of healing that was needed, but it's also as if this, whatever was the masculine was dealing with, they had kept hope alive. So here they're keeping hope alive. They're taking the time to heal. They're keeping their hope, faith, and trust that the universe has their back. And boy, does it. So even though we have the Hermit now, and the Hermit, Virgo energy here, Gemini, can be about reclusiveness and no communication, kind of similar to the High Priestess, only this is about an inner search. Right? This is becoming your own guru. This is taking the time to work on yourself, on your personal growth, on your self-awareness. It's a solitary journey. That's most of the energy of the Hermit, but the other energy is, it's the guide. Once that work has been accomplished, once you've made it through the healing, you come through as the guide. You light the path for others. So being that I see a 10 of Pentacles, I'm feeling the energy of the Hermit as the guide. Whoever that Hermit refers to, this masculine's present experience, this Divine Masculine's present experience, the connection involves somehow being a guide on this spiritual path. And then moving forward in the future, we have the 2 of Pentacles. So some things here in 3D still have to be sorted through. It's like a little bit of a juggling act, weighing realities on the ground, juggling your own priorities. Sometimes it's about that. It's a little bit of stuck energy because things are up in the air. There's something that still has to be worked out yet. Feminine, beautiful 2 of Cups, as I said. And yet their present experience is the 2 of Swords. This is an inner search. It's not too dissimilar from the Hermit. It's both these cards require inner searching, inner reflection. This for your self-awareness, higher self and self-awareness, and this for clarity. Like the answers aren't out there, feminine, they're within. So this 2 of Swords is also a crossroads. Like, okay, time for me to get super clear on the meaning and purpose of the decision I have to make and how I'm going to proceed. So very interesting energy. In the past, we have the Divine Masculine, that Emperor card. This is about action and certainty and confidence and jumping in the driver's seat of one's life. It could also be that this masculine was a very present figure in the past. I love that I have 2 major arcana for you for the past. That beautiful star energy is Aquarius, and this is Aries. I think I already said Virgo for the Hermit. And then in the future, the 9 of Cups. Now, 9 of Cups is a nice card because it's kind of contentment. It's wish fulfillment. Like everything's kind of coming together. It's not the 10. So we have to be careful that this doesn't run into an energy of complacency, where you sort of rest on your laurels. Although we get the rest and rejuvenation card, so that we also have the time to collaborate. The Nightingale, love is all around. That 9 of Cups might just be an opportunity to just soak it all in. Just relax. Oh my God, Gemini. Hello. we have abundance on abundance here. I'm getting a very strong confirmation from Spirit. This is a big achievement for this masculine. It's a look at the 2. This is the second time the 2 of Pentacles is coming out. All right. So with all this, I'm feeling life partnership, building a life with someone. That's what I'm seeing, because I get the collaborate, time to collaborate card. But this 2 of Pentacles lets me know that on some level there's something that hasn't yet been ironed out or figured out or sorted out in 3D. In the past, we have the Star. Queen of Wands, healing from the Queen of Wands, right? Last time I feel the Queen of Wands, Gemini, was maybe a karmic figure, karmic partner. It's been coming out that way in the readings a lot lately. I'd say the past month or 2, not always. Wow, look at that. So I feel as if this masculine pulled back emotionally, withdrew emotionally from a Queen of Wands, took the time needed to heal. Yes. Wow. End of a burdensome cycle. What's underneath is usually what's kind of bubbling up in the psyche. It's not yet in conscious awareness. So this emotional withdrawal from this Queen of Wands and taking the time to heal and keeping hope, faith, and trust that the universe has your back was about an end of a karmic cycle, unloading negative karma. It's like a weight being lifted. That's what was driving this masculine's behavior. So they may not have even known that in a conscious sense. But that was like, I just want to get through this, is sort of how it feels. The Hermit now, the wisdom of the Hermit. There's wisdom here. I think this masculine has grown a lot from the whole experience. All this earth energy, all this abundance, could even be dealing with a Virgo, Gemini. Wow. Temperance, Sagittarius. Yes, the wisdom of the patience. There is wisdom in patience. The Temperance card is, self-control, self-restraint. It is a card of alchemy. And the alchemist, in literal alchemists would turn base metals into gold. That's a process, and it's a long process. And it's a process of trial and error and testing and retesting and of course a little bit of magic too. But when I think of alchemy here in this context of this kind of a reading, it's about transmutation, transmuting, pain into joy, coming through something very burdensome to absolute rich rewards. There is wisdom in the patience. And this masculine has cracked the code. Cracked the code for sure. They're right about the karmic, toxic, negative energy. Wow. Choosing that new path underneath. So I almost feel as if there has been the transmutation is continuing to take place. So I'm just going to say that since the devil falls down on the Temperance. Devil energy is, I think I said Sag is temperance, Sagittarius is temperance. We're in Sagittarius season. Devil is Capricorn. But then underneath is this choosing the path, right? But what I'm feeling here is that this toxicity is still in the midst of some transmutation. There's wisdom in the patience as it all unfolds here. There is still a karmic tie, a powerful pull. Someone who isn't quite giving up. I think it's this Queen of Wands who won't quite let go. This masculine's waiting it out. Has the wisdom to know. Has pulled back. Yep, has pulled back emotionally. And we see that also echoed in the Hermit, who, as I said, can kind of retreat and become reclusive. So in a way, they're still dealing with it, but I feel like they're super focused on this Ten of Pentacles. That could represent their home and family life too. For some of you, some of that may be up in the air. Two of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups. Beautiful, lovely energy of the Queen of Cups. This is the keeper of their heart. Possibly the feminine. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm speaking about. So even, it doesn't matter the sign, but the Queen of Cups is very empathic and sensitive and compassionate and caring, high vibration love. So I'm not sure what the Two of Pentacles, the King and Queen of Cups. Yeah, right? Building a life together. Definitely. Coming from love. So I'm getting the double down of the Ten of Pentacles, and I'm getting the King and Queen of Cups, and then I get the double down of the Two of Pentacles. So there are still some outstanding details, some things that have to be, you know, tied up in a pretty little bow. That's fantastic. Wow, this is coming through so interestingly. Feels kind of personal, like a personal. So I see the two of you are your love is matched, your sensitivity, your compassion, your emotional availability for each other is there. There are just some final details being ironed out. I don't see very clearly right now what that is. Well, there's the Twin Flame card. So, yeah. Feels almost like there's a little bit of stuck energy because of some finalized details that need to be finalized. That's all I'm seeing. Feminine is like, yep, I get it. I get it. You're at a crossroads though. Something needs to happen. Beautiful reading. Yes, Five of Cups. Some sadness and grief and regret of the past here that's being transformed. So lovely. So what this tells me, Scorpio, here in the Death card, Dear Feminine, Divine Feminine, is that while there has been, you know, there's water under the bridge here, is what it feels like. You're taking a moment to reflect on things that have gone wrong, on the regrets of the past, the mistakes of the past, the sense of loss, something that you need to kind of pay tribute to and then let it go, because there's a brand new day on the horizon. Can you see that sun peeking through? So I feel this entire connection is in the midst of a transformation. The Death card coming out on top of the Five of Cups is good in my opinion, because it sort of means that you are turning a corner and you realize there's no looking back. If you look at how I'm looking at these cards, that Death card has their back. These two have their back to each other. So I feel like it's a final tribute to the past and then moving toward the future. Totally transformed. Yes. Oh my God, I want to cry. The Judgment card. Second chances, forgiveness, answering the call of this connection. Another card of crossroads. The double Scorpio energy there with the Wheel of Fortune. Holy Hannah. This is fate. You know it. This is a fated, destined connection. I'm getting so emotional. That exists beyond time and space. But in this 3D, It's been difficult. I feel it. It's been a road. It's been a slog. And I feel like you're coming out on the other side of it. I still kind of feel there's a little bit of transmutation that needs to occur. Could be for the masculine themselves. There could be old habits, patterns, behaviors that they haven't quite released yet, but they're working on it. See what I'm saying? Like they're choosing the path. So if in the absence of a third party, so let's say that Queen of Wands isn't really anything toxic or karmic, perhaps it's not. This is the wisdom and the temperance, the wisdom and the patience to let go of the toxic patterns, behaviors of the past. So it could just be that this masculine is choosing to let go of old ways that have not proven helpful or beneficial to their higher self. It could be a lot of shadow work that they've been doing or that they are doing. But I'm feeling the final touches of it all. A little bit more that needs to be sorted out before the twins come together. But when they do, it's with total love. Emperor, wow, and fear in the moon. So we have Pisces in that moon. In the past, I think this feminine had lots of couldn't really see, didn't know what was going on with the masculine. Things just sort of being shielded from view, like the veil of the moon. So what happens then is you sort of get in patterns of insecurity, all your fears in it, your worst insecurities come to the surface. You doubt, you are apprehensive, breaches of trust may have arisen, King of Swords. Also because this masculine may have been a bit cool and a bit aloof. The King of Swords, not real warm and fuzzy. Now listen, this is someone who wants to do things the right way. And they don't always share what they think that right way is. This is someone who operates off high standards and ideals. And that sort of is very high-minded and idealistic and therefore wants to execute. This is the strategist, wants to execute accordingly. So they really care about their reputation, about how they deal with others and how they leave situations if there's any exit. That may have happened for some of you. That will be the storyline. And they want to do things the right way. And when that happens, they kind of shut down. They're not very communicative. You would think King of Swords, great communicator. Well, yeah, about what they're willing to talk about. So, everything else is kind of on the down low. So I feel like they may have been a little bit cool and aloof. This triggered for the oh, it sure did. Look, Empress underneath, Divine Feminine, Taurus and Libra. Beautiful. So I feel there was some fear, some apprehension. Didn't know what was going on, but receiving a cool or icy reception from that divine masculine and their energy of the King of Swords. That was Amazon, just in case you're wondering. Sure. There's the saboteur still. Feminine still trying to work through that energy, get clarity around that saboteur. I asked it. Go back and check that other. In fact, at the end of this reading, two little boxes are going to pop up, and they're clickable, and one of them is going to be your last reading. So if you didn't see it, go watch it. And I think for the extended, it says, who's the saboteur? There's a saboteur. There was somebody trying to sabotage the connection, and here is the feminine trying to sort through that. Two of Swords, doing the inner work. Like, I got to figure this out. Wow. Not sure about that. Meaning the feminine wasn't sure about the masculine's intentions, I think. Still coming from high vibration, unconditional love, though. As Divine Feminine, I'm still kind of focused here on the past, but I don't think they trusted the situation because of that Five of Swords, that saboteur with the Page of Wands is a message that's lighthearted and flirtatious. So it could be that this feminine is not sure if they're dealing with a true emperor or if they're dealing with a Page of Wands as player. Yeah. Here's the Hierophant underneath, Taurus energy. I feel this feminine is questioning the commitment level of who? Of the divine masculine. So we have the Emperor twice here, past and present, feminine in that Two of Swords energy. While up here I see the transformation, I see beautiful things coming in the feminine, working through the grief, the sadness, the loss, the regrets. I still feel that there's an inner search for clarity around the Five of Swords. Is this a player or is this a divine masculine who's ready to commit? Regardless, you will, if you're here as a feminine, you've got to be true to yourself. It's part of the message of the Hierophant. And the Nine of Cups. Yeah, I think that there will be some anxiety as to whether or not the masculine is being complacent, and whether or not you should be complacent in terms of just accepting things as they are. That Nine of Cups is very self-satisfied and content with things as they are. Look at their arms folded across their chest. They're not asking for more than they've got. So I feel like the two nines in a row. Possibly the next cards out would be the Ten of Cups with the rainbow and the Ten of Swords, end of a painful chapter or cycle. So we're at the nines in the future, but I kind of feel like there's still a little bit more of a push for clarity. What am I really, right? See, Seven of Swords. This came out in your last reading too. It showed up right here for the feminine. Can I trust this situation? There's definitely still going to be some lack of trust. Am I dealing with somebody who's just going to stay complacent? Am I being too complacent? Am I dealing with a player, or am I dealing with a divine masculine? I feel like the feminine will still be questioning that. Yes, I'm getting confirmation, the Nine of Cups again. All right, so how do we get you beyond this, dear feminines? Let me take it to the extended, and I will look at this whole situation in what I like to call a deep dive. So even though it's a 3 card, it's very specific. It's based on the energy coming through in the reading, and I'm going to find out the situation, the issue, or the energy that you're dealing with that you need to focus on. And you can do that independently, okay, even if you're not in communication. The second card will be the block, the challenge, or the dynamic between the two of you around that issue or whatever it is. And then the third card will be, well, now what can you do about it, or what can you expect to come of it? And then we explore that almost every time. This part of the reading brings in a lot of clarity about what's right here. And then, of course, your messages to and from each other. What do you want each other to know? Message from the masculine to the feminine, and the divine feminine to the masculine. And then, Gemini, a card for you from your higher self, spirit, or the universe. Let's see what your spiritual team has to say. And then the outcome position. What can you expect going forward? And if timing's a factor, it would show up there. Okay. All right, Gemini, it's very interesting. I see lots of fits and starts, but overall, what a way to come into the reading. I've got high hopes. So if you want to come to the extended, the link is below, first or second sentence in the description box below. I'll be there in a second. Otherwise, I'll see you for another reading later this month.